Hi everybody, today we're going to be continuing with tutorial 5 Microsoft Outlook. We're going to be looking at creating automatic replies. This is quite a useful function. You'll find that a lot of organizations use this feature within Outlook. So essentially when you get a reply from someone that you've sent an email and that reply states something along the lines of, you know, I'm on annual leave and returning next week, or regarding this email, please contact the following person. That's an automatic reply. So what they've done is they've set it up so that when emails come through, it automatically generates another email in reply to your email. And what you can do is you can obviously customize the response. You can actually also customize which emails you want to reply to. So for example, if you wanted to put in a parameter in this function where the subject has to contain certain information, or it needs to be the email must have come through from a particular person, only they actually get the reply email. So you can actually further customize it if required. So we'll go ahead and give an example, a basic example, and see how it all works. So first of all, we'll launch Microsoft Outlook, in which here it is. What are we looking at? Okay, so we go to Home over here, and then we go to New Email. Essentially what we're going to do is we're going to type out a message first of all, and we're going to use that message. We're going to save that message, and then we're going to use this as a template for what we want to do. So I'm going to type here, to whom it may concern, this is an auto email. I'm not the fastest of typers. Email. Okay. Anyway, we get the message. Now what we want to do is in the message window, so we go over to the message window, go to File over here, and we go to Save As. Now this is the most important part of this functionality. We need to save this template or automatic reply message in as an Outlook template. Alright, so I'm going to give this a name. I'm going to drop down over here and I'm going to look for this Outlook template, which is this one here. And so if you can see here, this roaming Microsoft template link, that's where this message is going to sit. So I'm going to save this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create my rule, and in the process of creating my rule I'm going to find that template. So that's done. Now I can close this one off because we're finished with that. I'm not going to save this. Then I'm going to click on Home again, and this time I'm going to go to Rules, which is over here. And then I'm going to go to Manage Rules and Alerts, so down here. Okay, so it's just in the process of coming up. Now once that's come up in the rules and load style, we need to click new rule. Alright, so we're going to create a new rule, so it's over here. Under the start from blank rule, right? So what we want to do is we want to apply a new as I receive. This one here. Then we go to next. Now we're going to send him some conditions. Now the criteria that we want is okay, so you could set a criteria, it's giving us an option. So for example, if I wanted to say only email sent to me, or I may have different email accounts, so only for a specific email account. Or in the subject, as I mentioned earlier, you may say that only emails that have got something specific. Let's just say up there applying for a job, right? And in the job, it's specified that in the subject you must put the job that you're applying for. Okay. Now the reason why they've done that is so that we can now set up a reply. So those that apply for that particular job will get an automatic reply stating that we've received your email or your resume, and that we'll get back to you by next week, for example. So that's how that works. We won't worry about this for now. We'll hit next. This rule will be applied to every message as I receive it. Is this correct? Yes, it is. Okay, now we're up to what do we want to do? Check the reply, use a specific template. Okay, so now we need to use the template. Well, we need to find a template that we've saved. So I'm going to go to this one here, reply using the specific template. And now I've got to go to step 2 over here and actually find that template. So I'm going to go to specific template over here, and now I'm trying to find that template that I had saved. So I've dropped down here. So we've got standard templates, and we've got the templates that we've saved, and this is the one that I've saved in reply. So this is one I'm after. So now I can open. And then I go to next. Now we've got exceptions. I don't believe there is any exceptions, so we shouldn't have to worry about it. So we hit next again. And we want to turn the rule on, yes. I mean, we can run this rule for the emails that are already sitting in the inbox as well, if we wanted to. So that's fine, we'll do that. And then we'll hit finish. This rule will only run when you check your emails in inbox. If inbox isn't running, this rule won't work. Okay, so essentially what needs to happen is that for us to, I'm going to apply this now. That message states that for the rule to work, or for the automatic emails to be dispatched, you actually have to leave your computer on, obviously, with Outlook running as well. So Outlook needs to be receiving the emails in order to send the replies as well. So for example, over here in the outbox, you'll see now that these people that sent us emails are automatically getting replies. So that's how that's meant to work. And now I'm going to get Ben now to send me an email from his computer, so you can actually see me receiving the email, and then you should then see the automatic reply working, the email being dispatched back to him, and then once that comes through to him, I'll get him to reply back to me so I can see the email that I've sent him. So the final part to this is to turn off automatic replies. So to turn off the rule that is sending automatic replies, do the following. So this is obviously just to turn the rule off. So it's a matter of just going to rules over here, manage rules and alerts. So manage alerts over here. Sorry, email alerts. And then we go on the email rules tab. We untick and then click on apply. I'm not going to do that because I want to test it all out for now, so I'm going to click cancel. I've just received Ben's test email to me. Now automatically what should have happened is an email should have been sent back to him. Now I think what's happened is he must have sent this email to me when I was mucking around with the settings. So I'm going to just check that rule again. Oops. Manage rules. It's there. It's been enabled. Everything's okay. Let's test it out again. Hi guys, just continuing with the exercise on reply emails. So we've just tested it and it is working now. So essentially what would happen is you'll receive, for example in this instance, Ben sent us an email as a test at 11:52 this morning, and as you'll see here in the sent box, 11:53 automatically an email was dispatched on our end as a reply, an automatic reply, as you can see here. So that's what should happen, that's how it should look. We're going to just test it out one more time. So here we've got another test that's just come through from one of our other Outlook computers. So what's going to happen now is automatically an email is going to be dispatched hopefully from our end, and we'll go across to Ben. So I'm just going to hit send and receive and speed the process up. Okay, so there's the email that was just sent. So essentially what's happened, I'll just go through the process again. We received an email from Ben from this email address, payroll-works4you at outlook.com, and what the system's done is automatically it's then sent an email back to back to payroll-works4you Outlook at 10:46. I think at the same time that it was received. I'm just going to get Ben now to email me back the automatic reply that he should receive, just so that we can see what he'll receive on his end. So essentially that concludes this exercise on automatic replies. Now just another point here too, what we realise as well is if you send too many emails from the same email address, Outlook recognises or makes the assumption that it could be a spam, and it will not automatically reply. So if you keep, for example, sending emails over and over again just to see how the automatic reply works, and the emails are coming from the same email address, we've found that it sometimes makes the assumption that it is a spam and it will not work, it will not send the automatic reply back. So don't make the assumption that it's a problem with your rule or you've done something wrong. It's just a system, just how the system works. So I thought I'd just make a point of that. So that's pretty much it. We'll be looking at creating folders, new folders, and the send and receive function in tutorial 6. And that's where we're going to be creating folders and being able to put emails as they come through into specific folders. It's quite a straightforward exercise. I'm looking at it now, and I think I'm going to actually cover it right now just to speed the process up. So essentially what we want to do is create some new folders. In step 1, exercise 1, it says create 3 folders with the following names. Come back over to here. This is from Ben. He's just sent us an email of a copy of the email that he received from us as per the automatic reply. So this was 10:46 this morning, a few minutes back, and that's what we sent him. So that's all good. I'm going to go back into my rules here, manage rules, and I'm going to untick that rule so it doesn't apply any longer. I'm going to click on OK. So yeah, coming back to folders, we want to create 3 new folders. So I'm going to simply right click my mouse button where it says inbox, and I'm going to hit create a new folder. And the first folder I'm going to create is personal. So all the personal emails that I receive, I'm going to put into this particular folder. And I'm going to create another folder again. So I'm going to right click my mouse button on inbox, go to new, and this time job interview. And go back to here. I'm going to once again create a new folder. Same process, right click, new folder, and this time round miscellaneous. So now I've created my 3 folders. Now within the job interview folder, I'm going to create some subfolders, right? So I'm going to click on job interview, and I'm going to right click my mouse button and go to new folder, and this time I'm going to put jobs applied for. And come back to job interview folder and do the same thing, right click, new, this time rejected. So what I'm doing now is within this main folder of job interview, I've got these subfolders. Now if I want to basically hide that, if I just hit this little icon here, it hides subfolders. If I hit this here, it hides those main folders. So this arrow essentially indicates that there's folders within the main folder. So if I click on that arrow, I'm going to see the folders. Now the reason there's no arrow next to miscellaneous and personal is because there's no subfolders within that main folder, as you can see. But if I click on the arrow next to job interview, you'll see that there's 2 folders within there. So this arrow essentially enables me to maximize and minimize the folder. And the same sort of thing over here, for example, deleted items. If I click on that, I've got a subfolder for payslips in the deleted folder. If I go to conversation history, if I click on the arrow, nothing's appeared. There's no arrow required there. Search folders, if I click on that, I've got unread email. Okay, so that's essentially how the folders work. Now what we want to do now is just practice how to move emails into certain folders. So for example, this test email here, let's assume it was a personal email. It's simply a matter of just clicking your mouse and then just mouse button and then just bringing it across to the email that you want to place it in. So I want to put in the personal one, so I go here, and you'll soon see that automatically that email has moved across into that particular folder. So if I go to inbox now, I've got another one. I'll put this one into the miscellaneous. Now I don't want this email, so I'm going to just click on it, right click, and delete. That's one way of doing it. Or if I just click on it and hit delete on my keypad, it does the same thing. This one here, I'm going to bring across into rejected. Employment application, I'm going to put this one into jobs applied for. Excellent customer service, we can put under personal. So that's essentially how to move folders into the appropriate, how to move emails into the appropriate folders. And to retrieve them, it's just a matter of just clicking on the arrow, and you can click on the email and you can drag it across to any other folder. You can bring it back into the inbox, for example. Okay, so it's quite a simple process. So that's your inbox. There are your folders that we've just created, showing you how to maximize and minimize the folders. We've already covered the sent emails and deleted. Now if I wanted to do a search, this is something addition to what I'm covering. If I, for example, deleted an email and I'm looking for it now, let's assume here that the email was about our reports. Okay. If I go to here and I type in reports, okay, it does a search and it tells me, it shows me or brings up all the emails that have reports within the email. Okay, so here's the email I was looking for. This email also has the word reports being mentioned somewhere, that's why it's appeared. Alternatively, if for example we're looking for emails, an email that Ben sent me, if I type in his name and hit enter, it will bring up all the emails that he has sent me, quite a few, and I can go through that and try to find the email that I was after that I may have deleted. This folder, alright, if I wanted to, for example, search only within the current folder, emails that Ben sent me, I can do that. And it's only searching the current folder, which is here, and only giving me the emails that are sitting in the current folder. It's quite a few. So that's the search function specific to the destination, or where to search for that information. So I thought that was quite important. I just wanted to address that because I can't see it being part of what we're going to be covering in the next exercise. So what I've just covered, I've covered assignment tutorial 5 as well as tutorial 6. I'll allow you to now just practice with that, and then when we next meet we'll be looking at tutorial 7. Thanks for listening.